On the 11th of September, reports circulated that unidentified men vandalized Pop Smoke's graveyard at the Greenwood Cemetery. According to the NYPD and Cemetery Authority, the unidentified men tried to drag Pop's casket out of the crypt as the outer wall of the rapper's mausoleum was smashed and nearly broken in half. This comes as a huge surprise to many hip-hop lovers as to who would want to mess with a dead man's corpse. Ever since the incident happened, speculation has been rife about who's responsible for the unfortunate scenario. Well, today, Rap Central will share with you an exclusive about who just might be responsible for vandalizing Pop Smoke's gravesite. Pop Smoke's short and impactful career. With Pop Smoke, New York had found a new young face for its hip-hop scene. That's why the rapper's death in February 2020 was a very painful one for all hip-hop fans. Pop had taken over the clubs, and he had gathered a cult following for his music. The rapper, whose real name is Bashar Jackson, was born to a Panamanian father and a Jamaican mother, and he grew up in Canarsie, Brooklyn. Growing up, Pop Smoke was exposed to a life of drugs, which he sold for a while. Pop also played basketball before he decided to become a rapper. And according to him, he was good at the first two, and he was certainly a good rapper. Pop Smoke was also introduced to a life of street violence as early as the age of 13 when he allegedly joined the Brooklyn gang 2-3 G-Stone Crips, a subset of the Crips. By 8th grade, Pop was expelled from school for bringing a gun. He spent 2 years on house arrest after being charged with possessing a weapon, rather than being sent to juvie as he was a minor. Instead, he has to wear an ankle bracelet as part of a diversion program. Pop moved from Canarsie to the suburbs of Philadelphia to continue his basketball career. He got enrolled at Rocktop Academy, a prep school that focused on getting their students into a college through a basketball scholarship. Pop had potential, and he played as a point or a shooting guard. Unfortunately, his basketball career was cut short when he was diagnosed with a heart murmur. Instead of becoming a rapper, Pop could have turned out in the NBA. With his chance of making it to the NBA gone, Pop began hustling on the streets, and one of his friends was Brooklyn rapper Jay Guapo. Through Jay Guapo, Pop stumbled into hip-hop. Pop accompanied Jay Guapo to the studio, and while in the studio, Jay fell asleep, after which Pop used the opportunity to step into the booth to see if he could rap, and from then, Pop's career began. After recording just his first 2 songs, he was signed to a label that was a subsidiary of Universal Music. In the same month after signing to the label, he released his breakout single, Welcome to the Party. 3 months later, released his debut mixtape, Meet the Woo. Then in the first 2 months of 2020, Pop released 2 mixtapes, Christopher Walken and Meet the Woo 2. However, 2 weeks after the release of this mixtape, Pop Smoke was murdered in Los Angeles. How Pop Smoke died. While celebrating the release of the mixtape, Meet the Woo 2, Pop and his entourage rented an Airbnb that belonged to the Real Housewives star, Teddy Mellencamp, and her husband, Edwin Noroyev, in Hollywood Hills, California. While in LA, Pop Smoke was living a good life as he partied at every opportunity he got, and who wouldn't? He also went on a luxurious shopping spree, and Pop made sure he kept everyone in the know about what he was buying. The New York rapper posted videos of his shopping on Instagram. In the videos were Amiri bags and all types of expensive jewelry. However, reports state that these videos were what led Pop's murderer straight to him. The labels of the Amiri bags showed Pop's address, and another post, either by Pop or one of his associates, showed the rapper's house number. Also, on the day he was killed, Pop Smoke had also posted pictures of him holding large stacks of cash. Many believe that this information might have been what revealed the rapper's location and ultimately led the murderers to his doorstep. Pop had been out all night partying and didn't get back to the Spanish-style 4-bedroom Airbnb until 2 or 3 a.m. According to the authorities, around 4 a.m., 4 men in hoodies broke into the house and shot the rapper. Pop was rushed to 6IX9INE Medical Center, where doctors performed surgery on the left side of his chest. Despite the successful surgery, Pop Smoke was pronounced dead, and he was the only person who was shot during the robbery. Other people who were at Pop Smoke's house at the time of the incident were detained and questioned as witnesses, and according to some reports, some of them were uncooperative. However, the fact that Pop was the only one murdered at the home has many wondering whether Pop was a robbery victim or whether he was targeted. Conspiracy surrounding Pop's death. According to the LAPD, information that was allegedly gotten from Pop's entourage at the murder scene was described as unreliable and sketchy. The police stated that the stories were most likely false, and many of them couldn't stick to one story. What's more interesting is the fact that the robbery was not called in by anyone in the building. This has led many fans to speculate that maybe Pop's death was a result of gang violence, while others are speculating that the rapper's death was an inside job. Another reason why some fans believe that his death wasn't just a result of another robbery is because Pop was alone in one part of the home when the intruders found him. This means that the intruders would have had to travel through some parts of the house before they found him, but they didn't pull the place apart looking for valuables along the way. And what's more, Pop Smoke was the only one who was shot. According to Captain Tippett of the LAPD, he said, there were a couple of items that were taken, but some of the things you would think would be taken weren't really looked for, Captain Tippett said. So that's why we're not really saying that it was a robbery or that he was the intended target. 5 months after he was murdered, 3 adult men and 2 minors were arrested for the murder of the rapper on July 9, 2020. The rapper's suspected killer has been identified as Jaquan Murphy, Corey Walker, 2 unnamed juveniles who were ages 15 and 17 at the time of the killing, and Keandre Rogers, who was later determined by a judge as still a minor at the time of Pop Smoke's murder. Corey Walker, who's being defended by Christopher Darden, a former prosecutor from the O.J. Simpson case, has been charged with murder with the special circumstance that the alleged killing was committed during the commission of a robbery and a burglary. The 2 juveniles have also been charged with murder and robbery in juvenile court, while Jaquan Murphy was later charged with attempted murder. This information has led many fans to question whether Pop was killed because of the robbery, while other fans are speculating that maybe the same men who killed him are responsible for vandalizing his gravesite. However, according to exclusive sources, Pop's gravesite may have been vandalized based on alleged orders from another fellow New York rapper, Tekashi 6IX9INE. But before we delve into that, don't forget to like and subscribe to Rap Central to watch more videos like this one. 6IX9INE and Pop Smoke's beef. For Tekashi and Pop Smoke, while one's career had just begun, the other rapper's career had hit a roadblock due to various legal issues. Tekashi's career picked up after the release of his song Gummo in 2017. The inclusion of 9 Trey Gangsta members in the song's video made the song an instant hit. The video garnered over 300 million views, and Tekashi had a relatively successful career until the legal issues that he had for crimes he committed as a member of the 9 Trey gang. 6IX9INE became one of hip-hop's most hated personalities after he testified for the prosecution of his fellow 9 Trey Gangsta members. While 6IX9INE was in prison, Pop's career was on the rise. Pop and 6IX9INE belong to the same city and were getting involved in a beef over who's the biggest artist in New York. Ahead of the release of his last mixtape, Meet the Woo 2, Pop posted a picture on his Instagram page with the caption that read, "I'm really real in real life. I don't gotta paint my hair rainbow colors or twirl around like a ballerina." With this post, it was clear who Pop was dissing, and this might have been what began the beef between both rappers. Pop released a song titled Snitchin', which was inspired by 6IX9INE's actions. On the song, Pop Smoke rapped, "Cause these niggas be rats. Yeah, I had to shoot it in class. I had the Ninas attached." This was clearly another diss at 6IX9INE. On the first day after 6IX9INE was released from prison, the rapper took a subtle jab at Pop Smoke, who was already dead at this time. In an Instagram live session, 6IX9INE said, "A lot of people want to say, why are you always around a whole bunch of security?" 6IX9INE said, "Why is your favorite rapper dead right now with bullet holes in his face? What is you talking about? I'm gonna keep security with me. Y'all ain't gonna RIP me. Y'all not gonna put me on a t-shirt." He also made reference to Pop Smoke's song, Snitchin', which was adamantly inspired by 6IX9INE, by claiming that Smoke should stop dissing him from hell and that he should have had security. This was 6IX9INE clearly wasting no time in getting back at anyone who dissed him while he was in prison. Following these comments, 6IX9INE was heavily criticized by various fans for dissing the dead, but this didn't stop him from mentioning Pop's name once again. In an interview with DJ Academics, 6IX9INE said, "What's the problem with security? Hip-hop does not like security, but hip-hop loves MC Hustle. Hip-hop loves Pop Smoke. Hip-hop loves..." What I mean by that, if you really love your favorite rapper, love security too, because without security, your favorite rapper would have been here today. Things got more heated because on one of the songs off Pop Smoke's posthumous album, titled Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, Pop did 6IX9INE again. On the song Gangsters, Pop Smoke rapped, "I don't want none of that extra loud. This ain't none of that rainbow hair. Know what I'm saying? I be in New York with the gangsters. This the real street. Yeah, voice of the streets, man." Many fans are speculating that it might be as a result of these lyrics that 6IX9INE allegedly paid the unknown men to vandalize Pop Smoke's gravesite. 6IX9INE allegedly has a history of getting other men to do his dirty job for him. In 2019, Kuda B, a rapper associated with 6IX9INE, pleaded guilty to carrying out the attack and also stated that 6IX9INE ordered the attack by placing a $30,000 bounty on Sosa. Many fans are speculating that this might allegedly be another case of Tekashi reportedly hiring people to trash Pop's gravesite. Reports state that although there were no cameras in the area, the total damage done to Pop Smoke's crypt is worth $500.